Hey, doll babies, welcome back. So, listen, collective, a group of you have a choice to make. All right. You're a little indecisive right now. Okay. You already know what the right thing is. You already know what you need to do. That's why judgment is here in the reverse. Okay. But this is like stalemate energy. You haven't decided yet because for a group of you, you already know that making a certain choice is going to go against everything that you were taught. And so it's more so of a moral dilemma. Okay. But it's also a choice that will complete a cycle, will close a cycle out, okay, and move you forward into your next timeline. Um, Now you're kind of stuck right now, all right, and um, that's why this world card is in the reverse because you haven't chosen, all right. Indecision will only recommit you to the pattern, which means you're just gonna loop again, all right. Now anchored in strength here, okay. Looks like a lot of you guys, spirit is with you, okay. It looks like you're going to close this loop, all right. Um, because you're going to surrender that ego if you haven't already. Okay, going against everything that you were taught means you got to swallow a lot of pride. Okay, um, but you know what? In so doing that, you will gain a lot of peace. Okay, Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment, you guys. Okay, and you know what? The feeling of peace is actually not happy or sad. It's just finally the nervous system at rest. Okay. Um, Now that being said, I actually do understand this energy. It's typically what happens after an awakening, okay? Um, because illusions have been stripped, okay? You guys, this blindfold isn't here because, you don't know what to do, because you're just blind to the facts. No, you see it for what it is, okay? Like I said, it's just, I mean, I really do get this energy, okay? Um, because choosing to go against the status quo is going to put you up under the weight of everybody else's judgment. Well, guess what? That's going to happen anyway. Okay, I know from where I speak because last year after my awakening, one of the first things Spirit told me to do was quit my job. Okay, and let me be the first to tell you, I did not acquiesce right away. Okay, because when God told me to quit my job, I was like, "Are you crazy? I spent the last 3 years on my knees thanking you for this job, and now you want me to quit?" Okay, now see this judgment card here? Yeah, like I said, reckoning's already here. Okay, so when I did not quit right away, health issues. Okay, issues with blood pressure medicine. I thought I'd had a heart attack. I got rushed to the hospital twice. You guys, okay. Um, and mind you, I've been on blood pressure medicine for years. Okay, and I hadn't eaten red meat and pork in 24 years. Still ended up with high blood pressure issues. Okay, hereditary. Genetics and all of that. All right. Um, but that job was completely burning me out and I didn't know it. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, for those of you who don't know, I worked for 911 for 3 years and I absolutely loved the job I did. That is where I learned how to transmute energy. Like I said, all of these things unbeknownst to myself. Okay, but God was in rooms that I was not in. Okay, that job was killing me. And the final straw was the day that my manager decided to stand up in the middle of the call center and dress me down like I was some kind of child. Okay, and it was so crazy. When I first got that job, and you meet all the managers and the supervisors at different times, and out of every single one of them at the time, when I met her, for whatever reason, I knew she was the one I didn't want to work for. Okay, and I got stuck on her. Well, I was placed on her squad. Okay, and then I got stuck on her squad. Okay, because where I worked, they move everybody around once a year. Okay, I went to the higher ups and I let it be known that there was a problem, and I was told to just work through it. I did, and then when the squad shakeup came, I was left there. All right, still making the best of it. Okay, because like I said, I really did like the job. 911 is a very stressful job. Okay, it is. We're only second in command to traffic control, air traffic control. The people who land the planes and shit. Okay. Um, I really did enjoy helping people. I did. I mean, it's 911 for crying out loud. People don't call you at their best. Okay. the cursing and the hollering and the screaming and all of that stuff we have to read, yes, it's very helpful. But you guys, I was there for it. Okay. That day on that job, that day when she just dressed me down like that, I actually had a doctor's appointment, believe it or not, that day, because I was also having really bad migraines. I never had gotten strep throat so much in my doggone life. Okay, but at that point, I'd been having really bad migraine headaches. This was after my awakening. Like I said, unbeknownst to myself, I went to my doctor's appointment. I came back. I proceeded to go to the higher ups. We get called in the conference room where I called her a bully. Next thing you know, I'm sitting in human resources. The next day, I put in my 2 weeks notice, okay? Because what God was showing me is that that's a bureaucracy, okay? I can't fight that. They're all gonna look out for each other, okay? It didn't matter what how good of an employee I was. It didn't matter. I was just a doggone number, okay? I'd already burned through all of my PTO, all of my sick leave, okay? Um, and and I mean this point, I'm sitting here being treated like a daggone child. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. God was in conference rooms and was in meetings and was in situations that I just was not privy to. Okay. And so with that being said, God was like, girl, get on up out of here. Okay. Um, you were here, you helped people, you did what you were supposed to do. Okay. You see it for what it is, you exposed it, now move the hell on. Okay. And that is what I did. Was it easy? No, it wasn't. Okay. Did I struggle financially? Yes, I did. I had no intentions on looking for another job, you guys. Okay. I was actually happy there. I had benefits. Okay. Hell, when I tell you, like, having health issues, like, I mean, it really threw me because county employees, we have our own clinic. Okay. So I was always on top of my daggone health. I'd actually just lost about 15, 20 pounds, and then all of a sudden I'm having these health issues. Okay. And when I finally did leave, I was so doggone burnt out. I think for like the first 2, 3 weeks, I couldn't do nothing but sleep. Okay. When I started to look for another job again, you guys, I didn't even know how to fill out a job application anymore. Okay. I couldn't even find my resume on my own damn computer. Okay. And I hate computers. All right. So I'm not the type of person, I don't have a whole lot of goings on my computer. Okay. I turn the damn thing on. I go where I need to go. I find it. I point, click, print. I close the damn thing. Okay. I didn't even know how to do that anymore. My nervous system was completely fried. Okay. Um, so when I tell you, I get it, and I did not want to be up under the weight and judgment of other people's opinions, okay? But that was going to happen anyway. You don't quit no job, okay, before you find another job. You understand what I'm saying? But what happens if you have no intentions on quitting the job? We all see this. It's called layoffs, okay? Especially when you live in a right to work state, they don't have to give you a reason for firing you, okay? You show up today, you going today. That's it. That's that. Okay. So when I tell you I understand, you guys, I get it. Okay. I understand the stalemate. Okay. I understand going against every single thing that you were ever taught. Okay. But you see this right here? Okay. A lot of you guys are going to make a choice that, see, all of those naysayers, all of these people talking shit, you're going to make it. You're about to do something that they don't have the damn courage to do. All they can do is just sit around and talk about what you do. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So when I tell you I get it, I get it. All right. Did I struggle for a bit? Yes, I did. Okay. Just builds character. All right. Help me see once again what I was made of. Okay. My life then and my life now, totally different. It's like I'm a completely different person. You understand what I'm saying? Will it happen all at once? No, it won't. Okay. But it does happen. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Had I stayed in that job, I would have gotten fired anyway. I know that now. You understand what I'm saying? My health just wasn't going to take it. Okay. I didn't have any more to give. I was completely depleted and I didn't know that. Okay. Let me tell you something listen, this is a world full of takers. Okay. I am a giver. And as long as there are givers, there is somebody that's willing to damn take. All right. So that being said, I guess that's my word for y'all, for the day. I get it. Okay. I get it. Going against the status quo, yeah, it's going to change your life, but it will change it for the better. I promise you that. All right. Stay the course. Get yourselves in alignment. You'll see. I'm going to put a pin in that. You want to talk, you know what to do. Bless your hearts. Love you. Bye.